Hello. Sorry, I don't have the music on quite yet. Hey, Usk. So, there's this little cute indie game called A Short Hike, which I hadn't heard of before. But there was some like indie list of like cozy Sims or something like that, and I added it to my wish list. And then I saw that Tuller had it on his in his library, and we share a library, so um, figured this was my chance to try it. So I spent like 3 hours on it yesterday, and it's just so precious. I can show you some of it, but want to do this over here. And of course, every good game needs fishing. Excuse me. Um, but it's kind of interesting because the fish. Yeah, I'll show you one of the. Oh yeah, by the way, your stamina is basically shown in these little. Like, look, the fish. They look like from Animal Crossing. And like when I've dug up all of the. Oh, actually, did I put out this fire? I think I did. All of the like when there's something that's yeah, sorry. Blah, blah, blah. So I have dug up all of the small the things that were underground, but they look like stars, just like Animal Crossing. But that's pretty much where the similarities stop. It's like, okay, yeah, they're animals, but they don't actually resemble each other. And I guess they have a me 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 kind of talking, but why can't I? Eh. Yeah. It has like a you can't really hear it because of the music, but it has that. You haven't? What? Oh my god! I played New Leaf back in the day on the DS, and then of course I played New Horizons. That makes me think I'm gonna have to the dialogue in this game is really cute. Um, I need to consider restarting Animal Crossing. And part of me is like, oh, I don't want to restart it because I have like all this like super rare stuff and like whatever. But then part of me is like, it also has, you know, it reminds me of some not so great times. So I'm like, maybe I should just reset it. Oh yeah, so I'll give you a little tour. But this little bird, his name is Claire, and this is basically a national park. Her aunt is a ranger at, and yeah, so this is where you start. And you don't have a hat on, but I have a few hats. I have a provincial park hat, a sweatband, baseball cap, and a sun hat, and a bunch of other random stuff. But yeah. So this is my aunt, and so basically, when you start, all you have is like a cell phone. Here's a cell phone. This is a walkie-talkie. Um, and you arrive, and you don't have reception, and your aunt suggests that you go to Hawks Peak. So you talk to. Oops, I didn't mean to actually talk to him. So you actually go and, uh, just talk to people, and there's like these little sprouts that you can water, and yeah. Sorry, I'm saying it so out of order. But yeah, so this little guy gave me a quest of like get me 15 shells. So I got him 15 shells, and then he gave me 10 back, and he's like, give this necklace to your aunt, and then yeah, I don't know. It's just there's like lots of like little humor in it. It's just very cute, and I just appreciate it. But anyway, so you explore the area, and it's pretty vast. It's like a pretty huge area, different people to talk to and whatnot. And it is literally a short hike, but it didn't feel like... It felt like a lot longer than it was. It felt more immersive. This is the, you know... No mercy, so... But anyway, so... Yeah, you don't start with any feathers, but you can run and stuff if you have... as long as you have feathers. And you can climb as long as you have feathers and stuff like that. But... I shall walk you the path of... how to get there. And there isn't one straight path. Like, you can pretty much go wherever. Because you're a bird and you can fly. And they're like different races. There's a ton of little like hidden gems and chests and stuff you can find, and the music is really cute, and just like everything is just like a vibe. You can swim. Also, this game you can choose how big you want the pixels to be. So you could be like super smooth, or you can make it more pixely. Like I started out more pixely, but then I couldn't like... I could barely see what was happening. I was thinking about like putting in windowed mode because I didn't know what was... I couldn't see what the heck was going on. I think it's probably this way. This guy is like a troubled teen who buys a bunch of the golden feathers from the ranger camp and then is reselling them. And he seems like a tough guy, but then you realize that he's actually just trying to get enough money to get tuition to go to college or for school or something. And so you like, you know, you have an option to get up some money and just give it to him. It's just a very wholesome game. And like mechanics, like your wings are gonna freeze, so you can go to the hot springs or stand in a fire to warm yourself up. But like, especially because I have all of the feathers and everything, I can really yeah, and also how I can, you know, I'm just because I have all the feathers and I have like some extra feathers. I can kind of like, not exactly cheat the system, but like, this is not how you normally get up, basically. And so like I helped, this fox wanted to get up and take a picture. And so I lent them a few feathers. And then, so you get up here. And you have a moment, and so you finally get cell reception. And I figure that you're probably not going to play this game, so spoilers. But then you finally get that call you were waiting for because you couldn't get reception before. And it was basically that your mom went to surgery and she's fine now, but she didn't tell you. And you didn't find out until after you're over here, so you had been worried. And just like there's so many like wholesome moments, and like the there's a little artist character that's like having identity issues and all this stuff. But, like there's like updraft. And like this is completely you know how sometimes it's like you imagine it's like a cutscene, like you're forced to go down and like, but no, it's just because it's a diving mechanic, but you can pretty much go wherever you want. Which is pretty awesome. Ow. And what's cool is that like there's like a bunch of it's like once you finish a quest, it's not like they just repeat the same, like eventually they'll repeat the same information, but sometimes they'll react to you like after a certain event happens, which is pretty cool. And they'll like have more to say than they did before. But it's like very subtle, you know? And also the fact that, like, you turn blue when you don't have any more feathers. Like, you don't have any more stamina. It's just like a little pleasant little game. And the way that they render things from afar, it actually feels like lived in and stuff. And there's like boat races you can do, and unfortunately you can't join this marathon because the registration was like 2 weeks ago and it's too late to register. But other than that, there's like there are other races, like parkour races. But yeah, so I have all of the achievements except for 2. One of which is this, I need to catch all the fish. And then one is where I need to, after 5 p.m., like I think it's according to my computer's clock time, after 5 p.m. I have to talk to the park ranger, and they're all out of strawberry. They're known for strawberries and toast, some delicacy. But they're all out of strawberries, so I'm gonna get us some toast. But that's when I need to get the last achievement. Oh, there it is. And I think it's some kind of glitch or something where if you basically go to this pond, like usually as you might expect, like the different fish spawn in different places and stuff. But allegedly if you go on this pond and then you hit the wall or something, then you can theoretically get all the fish eventually. Not sure how real it is, but so far it's been accurate. It's so cute how you just automatically sit down. It is a little bit weird with the controls. Like I rebound everything, like it's meant to be done with a controller. But I rebound it to like this, but before it was like Z for jump and interact. And yeah, so I basically am playing the whole thing with one hand. But it's a little bizarre, but I don't know why. Like, I was gonna say, like, I can't believe you haven't played Animal Crossing, but at the same time, like, why can I not believe it? I mean, it's not exactly... Not that it's, like, not, your kind of game, but it's also, like... Like, I can imagine you enjoying it, but I also can understand why that wouldn't be, like, necessarily on your radar. Whoa! 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝗀. I've never seen a fish that looked like that before. Like, I haven't heard of a 𝗟𝗏bot in any game. But I guess it exists. just goes to show how many freaking fish there are in the world. Do I have little footprints? I have little footprints. I never noticed them. It's cute. Oh yeah, so one of the achievements was to take the bucket that you water plants with and to basically put out some fires. And then you get this achievement that's called Only You Can Put Out Fires. I don't know if you get that reference. But there's, I don't know, are you familiar with the Smokey the Bear? He's basically a national, not a national. He's basically a campaign for fire safety in forests. Oh, what's that? Big albino salmon. And so the kind of like mantra is just like only you can prevent forest fires. Oh really? Did I know that you fished? You sure have a lot of hobbies. I've never fished before. I like the idea of it, but I've never really had the chance. Sounds very meditative, you know? Oh, that's cute. This all sounds very, like, idyllic European type vibes. This is what I'm getting at from as a foreigner. Oh wow. If you had to guess the population, how many would it be? Did I run out of bait? I wasn't paying attention. I think I did, otherwise it wouldn't take this long. $100? That's like nothing. It's like my grade school. That's like less than my high school graduating class. What the hecky? There, you're a fishing legend. Not a fan of this one. Only 14 coins. My muscles like you wouldn't believe. Huh, I only have 2 left. I'm shocked. Like, cause a lot of these fish just like kinda like look the same to me. So to hear that there's only 2 left, I'm like, oh, that's... It's not kinda hard to believe. Firstly, I'm just waiting for that crayfish. It's funny how much I think of the twins whenever I see something that's like pixel art, just because I know they love pixel art so much. Oh. Crayfish? Nope. I know, they're adorable. Whoa, another big one. New record. Oops. Let me just sit in this water. Right here. Can you imagine just staring down the fish? I see you, fish. What the fuck? Come on. Stop wasting my bait. No! Give me crayfish or give me death. Exactly. Yes. The cloudfish. Cloud minnow. Cloud minnow that I have but cannot give in terms of quests giving. 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝗀𝘀, why? It's a crayfish. I wonder if I just have to catch one of each type. Like, not the different colors because they come in different variations. Like albino crayfish or something like that. I just have one more. Oh my bait. There's another game called 𝗟𝗶𝗶𝗀𝘀, like wildlife adventure or something like that. I don't know. But it's also equally cute and you're like trying to bring back the environment. I guess maybe I just have a thing for indie games. What the fuck? No! Oh, I do get it back. That's nice. I thought I lost it every single time. Maybe because I was used to seeing the number go down. See what you had to say about this crayfish, though. Like, I found out, like, late that you can even climb those like, telephone pole things. Everything is climbable, it's amazing. Oh, the crayfish. This one's popular here at Hockey. 8 coins! That's it. Just one fish left. Only lives in moving waters. Okay. This little guy lives in little waters. I think it's funny how it's called little waters. Like people who name it all. Oh, really? I believe that I got all the achievements for that. Like, it's like little games like this game and 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝗀𝘀 that's just I like, obviously that's why I'm like a casually hardcore gamer. It's like if it's like within my grasp, I just need a little time, then I'm, you know, I definitely want to do it. But if it's like Payday 2 and they have like a million different things, not to mention all the DLC achievements, forget about it. Forget about it. I can just dream about it and not actually do it. I don't have enough drive to an incentive to get hundreds of achievements. But 24 is probably better than whatever I have, so... Just 1,060 to go? So wait, how many achievements do you have then in number? Wow. That's a lot. Oops. That's true. Or not even just like the bundles, but like if you finish something on, they have a lot of the difficulty ones, so it's like if you do it on very hard, you get all of the, you get both hard and normal. Just like built in. Ah, gotcha. I thought you meant bundles like, you know, how they have like the DLC that's just like the I don't know. The Tijuana one or something like that. So, oh yeah, Monument, in terms of Monument Valley, because you mentioned it, that's one where I wanted to get the, like, all the achievements for. But I remember, like, I was streaming it at some point and I was just getting very frustrated. And, maybe it's because people are usually, like, lurking or something, like when they just watch streamers in general. But it's kind of like, to what extent is watching this, like, entertaining for people, you know? That's kind of like what I was wondering. But then again, there are plenty of people who watch speedrunners. And, like, that's entertaining in itself because it's like, oh, they're, like, the best at what they do or whatever. But then they're also doing the same thing over and over again. So, not that I, you know, obviously this isn't a criticism of what they do, I just find it, like, kind of fascinating in terms of what draws people to keep watching, you know? Alright, let me try this one more. It's a lot of bites. Oh, just a white bass. Boo. And now I have all this money, I don't really have anything to do with it. Where'd I go? I'm alive! Yeah, no, you're right. I'll just lower this volume for your existence. What? I've heard legends about the albino crayfish at Hawk Peak. Here it is. Right in my very own eyes. Claire, I'll be giving you a 32. But that's... That's not even the most that he's given me. Okay. So when I first, I mean, I knew there was a penguin, not penguin, a bird involved, but other than that, like, I had no idea what this game was going to be about. Okay, let's open up our boy. Oops. Sorry, the music was a little loud. Aw, really? That's cute. I'm surprised there's only... Actually, no. So, I'm looking at the, you can see the categories. In the new trilogy, it's funny how it has less than 300 followers, but over 500 watchers. But we are doing the trilogy here. Oh, cat fluffed. Ooh, fluffy raid. Hello, hello, welcome. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate you. From one floof to another floof. Okay, so... How are you doing? Happy Saturday. Sir... No worries. Oh, I totally know that feeling. Give the Doge some good love. Hello, I say hi. And a kiss. Give her a kiss when she's nice and clean. That's funny. Yeah, my female... Actually, but neither of my dogs really like it. But they tolerate it. If they could run, they would. Dokey. Let me just... But yeah, have a great day. I don't see you again. Thank you. Okay. I'm gonna give us another 2 minutes to see if the twins want to cut in. Actually, another 3 minutes because it'll be 11:15 a.m. Yeah. So, have you started your croissants yet? Your croissant? It's like a multi-day thing, right? Or at least that's what I heard from, there's that, baker guy. I don't know, there's a lot of baker guys, but I don't remember what his shtick is. But he does things like, cooking potatoes in 56 ways or something. He had a popular croissant making video. And then I don't know whether it was the start or the end, but I do know that, oh, gotcha. I do know that I went in some rabbit hole for croissants, because then there's like, you know, the Try Guys make croissants without a recipe and stuff like that. Oh, really? Okay, he looks like Demi isn't feeling too good. He's still nauseous. Anything more nauseous than yesterday. He's struggling to exist. So we are going to get started. June 21st, 3:24 p.m. Korean Village. Oh, let me lower my sound a little bit. Thank you very much for bringing me home, Nick, Mr. Nick. You're welcome. I had to come. Oh, turned it all the way down. You're welcome. I had to come to look into a few things here anyway. Why is it tweeting? Why is it so loud? I thought about this a little. If Mystic Maya didn't kill that... If Mystic Maya didn't kill that nice man, she definitely did. She definitely did. I'm worried. Oh gosh, I need to warm up. Yes, of course. But if she did it, then someone else did, right? That murderer person? Yes, Pearls. Oh, I see. I wonder what's wrong. She seems sad. What's wrong, pretty poo? So what did you think of seeing your first trial? I was really surprised. I'd never seen so many people before. Oh. And Mystic Maya looks so small and helpless. Well, Maya's already naturally short, so... And then that snoppy woman with ruffly clothes. Ruffly? Oh, she means Franziska. She had such a bad attitude. She acted like she had already decided that Mystic Maya did it. I'm gonna tell her what I think of her tomorrow. I wouldn't miss tomorrow's trial for the world. Why is that woman bullying Mystic Maya? Well, she's the opposite of a lawyer, a prosecutor, so her job is to prove people guilty. They don't care if someone's innocent, all they care about is if they win. That's terrible. But she's a really good prosecutor with a heart on the inside, right? There's no one like that. All prosecutors are the same. Well, he might have actually become a good guy. He might have become a good guy eventually. Isn't that a little harsh to say that prosecutors don't have a heart? He? Who are you talking about, Mr. Nick? Is that person Mystic Maya... Is that the person Mystic Maya was talking about? Mr. 𝗟𝗟𝗀𝘀? That was a long time ago. He's not around anymore. Why did they keep making it sound like he's dead? He's not dead. He clutched to his foolish pride. What? What? He clutched to his foolish pride too fiercely and died for it. We didn't see him die, right? Like, that's just not me. That's not just me, like, being very confused, right? He died? Let me just refill my water real quick. Sorry, the water's filling very slowly. Leave it to Ace Attorney to have the most scandalous dialogue. Like, the most easily misinterpreted whatever. But I have a feeling, based off the severity of how they keep saying that, like, he died or he's gone, that they might actually mean that he's dead. But he's too young. By the way. Yes? What is it? You wouldn't happen to know anything about who the murderer is, would you? Why are you asking me? No, I was just thinking earlier. I didn't see anything. She didn't see anything, huh? She didn't see anything, huh? Speaking of, during the murder, where was Pearls and what was she doing? And on top of that, this key. Just when did she pick this up? I just realized I never asked you what you were doing at the time of the crime. Pearls, where were you and what were you doing when the murder happened? Ah! What was I doing? I wasn't doing anything. She's really bad at lying. You can whisper it to me, I won't tell anyone else, I promise. Two locks. Aha! I guess you can see through my lie, huh? Yeah, clearly. I can't lie to you, can I, Mr. Nick? Do you have anything in the court record to... No, I need to bring up my trusty guide. Looks like this might be... It's Pearl's ball, but we don't have Pearl's ball. You're kidding, right? You're kidding. That can't... Is that actually what was happening? Can't he just, like... They have to be able to think of some compromise, right? Like, I mean, Phoenix Wright can't win every single time. Oh, okay. Jeez Louise. Let's go to the side room. It's really empty. Training was supposed to be held today, but I guess it's already over. Looks like there's no one here. And even though the weather's gorgeous today, it's raining inside my heart. Deep. The bedding's all laid out again today. I guess I'll leave them alone for now. I keep wondering about this box. I'm sure this wasn't here before the murder took place. It looks like a box for storing clothes, but it's pretty big just for clothes. Mostly empty. For a few pieces. But what about her? Maybe I wasn't done talking to... Maybe I need to talk to Maya more. June 21st. Maya must still be in questioning. She'll probably be done in a bit. Okay, never mind. That's my bad. Yeah, like, she doesn't seem nearly as evil as her dad. About this key, Pearls. You found it on the day of the murder, right? Yes. Now where you found this key is very important. So, please tell me, Pearls, where did you find this? I found it in the incinerator. The incinerator? Is she talking about the one in the garden? The door on it was a little open, so I took a peek. When was that? It was after the channeling, when everyone was in a panic. Mr. Nick? Yes? Are you going to tell my mother? Huh? You mean tell Morgan what you did? Yes, if she finds out what I was playing in the leftover trash, I'll get a spanking. Ah, gotcha. Well, let's keep it a secret from her then, alright? The incinerator, huh? Sounds like a good place to search next. Oh! Something in the incinerator that wasn't there before! Hey, there's someone by the incinerator. Ooh, it looks like they've noticed me. And they're running at top speed towards me. Oh, hey! Like... You're the dentist guy. Actually, it's Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Nice to see you again. I wonder, should I make the chat a little bit shorter? Oops. I don't know, they just need to pixel that. Not like that. Or maybe it might help a little bit. We'll see. Oh, like, really, real suave, so it's like, my turn. It's nice to see you too. So what's up? You're all out of breath. Like, huh? Oh, like, you mean... Like, I'm just totally happy, like, totally excited to be here? Excited? Like, I mean, there are so many things to, like, see. It's, like, the real deal here. Oh, really? For example? For example, like, that urn over there. Do you know, like... do you, like, know about it? All I see is an old, cracked piece of pottery. Is there some sort of legend connected to that urn? Like, yeah, it's like this village's treasure. What does it say? It looks like I am. Huh? Didn't know that. And like, it's sealed inside that urn. What are you talking about? Like, you know. Amy Faye's spirit. It's not spelled Amy though. Amy. Amy Faye? Who's that? Like, geez, Mr. Smith, get with the program. I know everyone knows that lady founded the current channeling technique was Mystic Amy. You don't have to get upset with me. So, like, as long as her spirit, like, lives in that urn, the spiritual power of the Faye families will stick around. Like, isn't that totally romantic? Romantic, huh? If that urn is really as important she says, it could be a vital clue. Penny, I wanted to ask you about the murder. Murder? Dr. Gray's, remember? As if there's another one? Oh, that one. Like, you should have said so in the first place. So, like, I totally don't know anything because I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Well, that's not much help. Did you notice anything at all? Like, come on. What a total bore. I, like, totally have nothing to do with this, like, murder thing. Oh yeah, you only introduced Dr. Gray to Curran Village, no relation, sure. Even if you were only acquaintances, it still means you knew him. Furthermore, your sister, who died in the accident, was a nurse at his clinic. Alright then, why don't you tell me about your sister's fatal accident? Like, why? You think, like, it's got something to do with it? To, like, do with the murder? She's more likes than I'm expecting. I don't know yet, but I'm trying to chase down every lead I can. 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝗀𝘀? Like, what is it? Looks like I'm gonna need something to pry her mouth open on this one. That's right. Pearl said that she found this key in this incinerator. I guess I should take a look inside for myself. This is from Maya's costume. There's blood on it, a tiny bit, but still. Cloth scrap added to the court record. So there's a spirit inside this urn, huh? All I see is a bunch of cracks, but I guess the spirit could live in the space between the cracks. It looks like something is written on it. I am? Huh. Weird. That's the side room. Looks like the guest— oops. I meant to go into the side room, not— Is there anything else in here? No. Okay. Looks like Morgan's here too, but she hasn't noticed me yet. What is she doing? It looks like she's talking to a picture. Oh, this evil lady over here. Don't you see? Take a look around. Finally, my chance has come. I waited for this day for so long. That's right. Prepare yourself, dear Misty. What in the— Who's there? Oh, if it isn't Mr. Wright. Just curious about that picture you're looking at. Oh, today was that event, was it not, good sir? I heard you did well. Huh? Oh, yes, thank you. I'm terribly sorry I could not attend the trial today. Please accept my apology. I had a previous engagement as I had to watch over the training today. I get the sense that she really doesn't want to talk about the picture. All because the master can't be with us, you understand. All that is why a lonely branch family member such as myself must do this. Have you remembered anything about the murder? No, I told you everything I know already. Were you in this room the whole time 𝗟𝗯 and I went to call the police? Yes, of course. I was by Mr. Maya's side the entire time. I performed the spirit severing technique and held her in my arms afterwards. You said that yesterday as well. Did anything else happen? I would like to say more did, however, that is all that occurred. I was really hoping for some new info. I suppose nothing happened in the end, good sir. Sorry I have played on your hopes. Could you possibly be more patronizing? So the students train every day? Yes, absolutely. They were given a day off the day after the murder. Of course, however. And I assume both Maya and Pearls went through this training? Mr. Right. Yes. Oh, she got really scary real fast. How many times must I tell you before you understand, good sir? They are to be addressed as Mystic Maya and Mystic Pearl. Sorry, I mean Mystic Maya and Mystic Pearl. Wait, I'm sorry, but Mystic Pearl? Isn't that going a bit too far? Next question, please. Oh man, she's really being a pain in the butt about this. Please remember not to watch only what you say, but how do you say it, good sir? So the master is Maya's mother, right? Mystic Misty. She's a brilliant medium. And where is she now? We are not sure. Not sure? About 16 or 17 years ago, Mystic Misty's failed as a channeling a certain spirit, and after that, she simply disappeared. I don't believe she will be returning to this village in any case. Look at that little smug grin. And in 4 years' time, her name will be forever erased from this village. Erased? A person who has been away from the village for over 20 years is considered dead. Oh, I see. And that is 4 years from now for her. When that happens, a new master will be appointed to Curran Village. And Mystic Maya was supposed to become the next master. However, with this murder, I'm afraid I must be imagining things. I thought she was laughing to herself for a second. It's all coming together. Okay, detention center. Let's go talk to Maya. Hey, Nick. I've been waiting. She looks so hopeless. So? How is it? What did you find out? Well, I found a few things. Is it so bad you can't even look me in the eye? I just need a little bit more time. It's all coming together by tomorrow, I promise. I'm sorry, Nick. Every time I see you, all I do is cause trouble. So how was it, today's trial, I mean? You were fantastic, Nick. Every time I thought our goose was cooked, you managed to turn it all around. I bet it would make a great Hollywood movie. Don't be silly. We have to concentrate on the trial. We're going to win this, Maya. Thanks a lot. Really. Hey, Nick. The person who shot Dr. Gray wasn't me, was it? Of course not. You're completely innocent. If that were true, then I'd be really happy, but... There wasn't anyone else in that room with the two of us, right? Well, did you check behind the folding screen? I took a quick glance, but there wasn't anyone there. That's exactly what 𝗟𝗯 said too. Nick. Nick, yes? Why do you believe in me? Why do you believe I didn't kill Dr. Gray? Because of something Mia told me. My sis? What did she tell you? She said that spirit mediums can't have dreams. When you're channeling, it's impossible for you to dream because your soul leaves you. Now that you mention it. Wait, then, I really am. You're not the real murderer. I think that maybe before you even called the spirit, you were drugged. Drugged? I think this was planned from the very beginning, and you were set up to take the blame for the killing of Dr. Gray. That's... I wanted to ask you something about Pearls. Pearly? What about her? No matter what I try, she won't answer me. I want to know what she was doing at the time of the murder. Huh? Wait, Nick, you don't think she did it, did you? Do you? No, 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 nothing like that. She'd never do anything like that, you hear me? Never. She's a great kid and really cute. And really great. And cute. I didn't think she was the murderer. But she's definitely hiding something. You were with her on that day, right? Yeah. The two of us. We were playing with her ball. A ball, huh? Sounds like a dead end to me. So about this ball. It's nothing really. It's nothing really special. Just a plain old ball. I think she was still playing with it when I started the channeling job that day. 𝗟𝗯 really loves to play with that ball. She really loves to play with that ball, huh? When she wants to get it, she always climbs right into the clothing box. The clothing box? Yeah. 𝗟𝗯's always hiding in there. You know, the side room? There's a clothing box in there. A really big one, so once you see it, I'm sure you'll know what I'm talking about. The clothing box in the side room, huh? Okay, let's go check out that clothing box. The one that we've checked twice already. Oh, Lotta. Ah! Ah! Hey, wait, please, Lotta! She ran off into the manor. I'm coming for you, Lotta. I'm coming for you. June 21st. Lotta. Ah! Hey! I'm telling ya, quit following me, you hear? I'm a worthless piece of trash. You lay eyes on me and they'll turn to dust. I'm pretty sure I saw Lotta run in this direction, but it doesn't look like she's here. Steel Samurai strikes again. Maya said it's always kept in the clothing box, so then what's it doing on the floor? Pearl's ball is taken. It's the clothing box where Pearl's ball is usually kept. I wonder what's inside. Ah! What? I knew she was in there. What are you doing in there? What were you thinking? I'm a bad person, just another piece of human trash. I needed a hole to crawl into. So you crawled into this clothing box because there wasn't a hole to crawl into? Oh man. Huh? There's a small hole in this clothing box. And it's about 8 inches off the ground. That's the same height as the hole in the floating screen. Then could this clothing box added to the court record? Oh, Mr. Nick, that person just ran by here just now. What person? You know, the person with the fluffy cotton candy hair? Ah, she means Lotta. She said, "Don't look at me with them eyes." But I'm not that scary, am I? I don't think that's quite what she meant. Oh, that's right. She wanted me to tell you. Going on a trip to find myself, so don't bother finding me. Oh, well, thanks. You're welcome. And then that's crack her case now. Like she cracked that jar. Pearl, you have to tell me what you're doing on the when that murder happened, okay? But what if I can't just tell you what happened? Then I'll guess what happened. How's that sound? What? You can do that? You'll tell me if I get something right, won't you? Yes. Now, when was the murder? When the murder was here, you're taking place. You were here. You were here, weren't you? The Winding Way. Wow, you got it. So, do you think you can tell me now? I'm sorry, not yet. Man, oh man. All right, what next? All right, I think I know what you were doing. Do you really know that much? Well, I'm a lawyer, you know. Now, what was Pearl's doing in the Windy Way? She's playing with her ball. You were playing with this ball, right? Ah, that's right. How did you know? Maya told me that you love to play with your ball. Yeah, I was playing with my ball. Uh-huh. And then? Something happened, huh? Something happened, huh? Something really bad. What do you mean, something? Nothing happened. This is it. While you were playing with your ball, this happened. This urn. It's a village treasure, right? And the spirit of the founder of the Quran technique is sealed in here, isn't it? Yes? What's this? It's all cracked all over, isn't there? There's even a few gaps here or there. Please don't tease me. Pearl, you broke the sacred urn, didn't you? The ball smacked into it and knocked it over, right? And if Morgan found out, she'd be really mad, huh? She doesn't seem to be fighting back. I think I hit the bullseye this time. But it's strange, the lock hasn't broken yet. It's a really old urn, isn't it? I guess. It's so old, it's not weird to have a few cracks. Her voice is shaking. How can you tell the urn has been broken? Who started the Crane channeling technique? Yeah, poor Pearl. Huh? Oh, it was Mystic Amy. That's right. And how do you spell her name, do you know? How do I spell her name? I don't know. It's spelled A-M-I. I thought it was a little odd when I saw I-A-M written on this urn. Or that was what he said. Sorry. And that's how I knew someone must have broken this urn. And made that mistake spelling when they put it back together. Goose knew it was up. Around when Mystic Maya started channeling that day, I was playing in the winding way with my ball. And that's when you broke the urn? Yes, I broke it. I accidentally let Mystic Amy's spirit fly away. Don't worry, Morgan will never know, okay? I'm a bad child. Breaking a village treasure is unforgivable. I thought that maybe they would make me leave the village, but the broken pieces are pretty big, so... You thought you could put them back together, and no one would notice? Yes. I found some glue and I brought it to the hallway and fixed the urn there. The hallway? You mean the winding way? Yes. The channeling had already started, so I didn't think anyone would walk by. I see. So about how long did it take you? It must have been a nasty repair job. Yes, I might be strong at spiritual things, but when it comes to arts and crafts, I'm not nearly as skilled. When I had finished fixing the urn and looked up, I saw you coming into the manor. So that's around the time when Lotta and I were coming back inside after reporting the murder. When I saw that, I packed up everything in a hurry. Mr. Nick? What is it, Pearls? I'm gonna get banished, aren't I? I really don't think that's gonna happen. I mean, I bet Mystic Amy's happy to be freed from that cramped urn. Yeah, I hope so. No harm done, and a happy resolution. Phew. I'm not sure that What's-Her-Face would agree with that. Phew. I think I've found out everything I can, but I can't see how it all adds up. And meeny, just being here is just a coincidence? Hey, mister. How is it that the spirit Dr. Gray wanted to call just happened to be that nurse? And that nurse turns out to be Innie's sister. It's too convenient. Hey, Phoenix, I'm talking to you! I wish I knew a little bit more about Innie, but where am I going to find that information like that? Oh, I get it. You can't be bothered to look over trash at me, is that it, Mr. High and Mighty? Oh, Lotta! Oh, so you finally noticed. I thought I heard a mosquito buzzing in my ear, but I couldn't understand a word. Well, I gotta hand it to you. You sure know how to chase down garbage. I mean, I'm grateful to you for chasing this large lump around like this, things. But you know, you're just wasting your time. I'll be fine on my own. What are you going on about? And as for following and chasing or whatever it is, isn't that what you're doing? Oh, well, you see. Well, you're not exactly a real gentleman with a lady's heart, you know. You're not exactly the world's #1 charmer either, sister. Look, I'm really dang sorry about today. When I got all fired up about something, it's impossible to stop me. You really hurt Maya. You hurt Maya really bad, Lotta. I don't suppose you could forgive a gal like me. Well, I guess I can. You did help Maya too, after all. For real? Yeah, for real. Ah, thank goodness. I'm still what? No, nothing. Nah, just talking to myself, you know, gibberish. Now then, Lotta Heart, at your service. I'll share with you all the dirt I dug up. Thanks. Hey, don't be all surprised. Tell you what, I'll even give you this info for free. Lotta not taking money? Now I know this is an alien clone. If Maya's not the real murderer, then who do you think it is, Lotta? Well, heck, ain't it obvious? It's that occult freak. You mean 𝗍𝗏? Well, there ain't anyone else it could be, right? That granny, you and me, we're all together that whole time, so Lotta suspects 𝗍𝗏. Which means she might have already found something about our mysterious 𝗍𝗏. 𝗍𝗏 belly button. The UFOs got her. You're a quick one. Hey, that's 𝗍𝗏, right? Yeah? I was wondering if you knew anything about this girl. You know, actually I did a little checking up on her the other day. Her sister, she's the one that Dr. Gray wanted to call back from the spirit world. Yeah, I heard as much. I also heard that 𝗍𝗏 was the one who introduced Dr. Gray to Crane Village. You don't say. That's one sneaky gal if you ask me. Hey, you want me to tell you something more about her? Yes? Speaking of 𝗍𝗏, do you have any other information about her? Oops, sure. Well, what is it? Haha, it'll cost you a lot. Oh, silly me here, I thought free meant no money necessary. That girl was hospitalized about half a year ago. Hospitalized? But why? Well, heck, you can go find that out on your own. Huh? Here, I'll give you the clinic's address. Maybe you can find out something. Maybe? What's that supposed to mean? Well, see, actually, it was gonna be annoying, I reckon, so I didn't actually go there. Ugh. That's the way the gumbo spoils, right? Gumbo spoils. Sounds, ugh. I mean, look, I don't blame this on— oh, never mind. Looks like I don't have much of a choice. Better check out on this 𝗏𝗏 clinic. 𝗏𝗏 clinic? Or is it 𝗏𝗏? 𝗏𝗏. One moment. So this is where 𝗍𝗏 was hospitalized. Yes, are you here to see a patient, yes, are you a doctor here? Why is he so itchy? He's making me itchy. Yes, I'm Dr. 𝗏𝗏. Oh, ho, ho. Oh, I didn't think I'd be speaking with the director himself. Yeah, so what can I help you with? I'd like to ask you a few questions about 𝗍𝗏. Miss Meanie? Miss 𝗍𝗏? Yes. Oh, yes, her. Ah, it's too bad. I'll tell you something. That girl left here a long time ago. Here you are, sir. You know you shouldn't be up and about. Come on, it's back to your room with you. Oh, sweetums, calm down. Don't be so harsh to an old man like me. Don't you dare start that sweetums thing with me. If you don't behave, you're gonna get yourself tossed out of this hospital. Wow, I didn't think nurses could be this direct towards their boss. Come now, be a good boy, and give me the director's white lab coat. Oh, okay. I got it. Yes. Yes? Oh, uh-huh. Don't, yes, me. Who in the world are you? I'm Director Hottie, ho ho. The nurse went off somewhere. Oh, the humanity. The only person I could talk to. It's this guy. Ugh. So what exactly do you treat at this clinic? Yes, we taught all sorts of doctory clinical stuff. Yes. Doctory clinical stuff? Actually, maybe you shouldn't look at that smile. No, I don't actually know or particularly care about the details. Oh. Yes. What does that look for? Ah, yes, there's really a big general hospital on the corner. Yes. They can't accommodate everyone. They moved some of their patients here. You do surgeries here, right? Yes, we do some plastic surgery here, it seems. It seems? Yes, yeah, it seems that way. Do you know about Miss 𝗍𝗍𝗀𝗀𝗀? Now you're talking. Yes, that girl, she's transferred from the general hospital. From the general hospital? To here? What kind of surgery does she need? Can he stop doing that? What is he doing with his arm? Yes, well, she needed surgery. It was really bad. Really bad. So what kind was it? Yes, well, no. You see, that's something I can't tell you. So you say with a happy smile on your face, Mr. Director. I was about to say, what about HIPAA violation? See, there's this thing about how doctors aren't allowed to talk about patient stuff. It's all on those TV shows too, right? You see him, right? Yes, I'm never gonna get him to unzip those broken zipper teeth of his at this rate. There's gotta be something I can show this old coot. What's this? I'm a lawyer. Right now I'm investigating a murder. Yes. What's in your face? Violence isn't the answer. Yes. The trial's tomorrow and I'd really like some information from you. Is that right? Well, you know, I can let you in on a little secret. What's that? Yes, actually. I'm not the real director. Are you kidding? Anyone with a half-of-lies brain knew that. Eh? What do you mean? Do I have to explain this to him? Well, hold on. I'll give you something real. I'll give you some real information, okay? I'm actually this clinic's... You see, this place is... Walking Dictionopedia? You mean walking encyclopedia? Yeah, that. My special is in young, silky, smooth, hottie patients. There's nothing I don't know about them, but I get embarrassed talking about it. Oh, why is that in quotes? Yeah, how about you keep that kind of information to yourself? Oh, anyway, you want to know about little Miss 𝗍𝗍𝗀𝗀𝗀, right? Little Miss 𝗍𝗍𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀. That girl, I remember her especially well. Please tell me what you know about 𝗍𝗍𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀. Yes, I'll get to that. Trust me, I will. That girl, right? She transferred here from the general hospital. It was, a year ago. She was one of those emergency cases. What was she ill with? Ill? Nah. She was injured, not ill. To my trained eye, I could see. Yep, I could see it was a huge wound at that. A huge injury? Her whole body was wrapped around in bandages, and her arm was in a cast. That sounds pretty severe, alright. Yes, it was an accident. They're scary, yes? Cars? Yes. Car? You mean it was a traffic accident? Yep. That's what gave her the terrible injuries. I swore it was in the papers. Oh yes, I looked it up. It was terrible. Yes. Dare you even ask what's wrong with this old guy? Yeah, but even we can't help this guy. His teeth are irredeemable. So now you mentioned something about a big operation? Are you talking about Miss 𝗍𝗍𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀's operation? Yes, Miss 𝗍𝗍𝗀𝗀's. Oh, that was one heck of an accident. Yes, her whole face was burnt like bad toast. It was bad, very bad. Was it really that bad? It was a good thing that Miss 𝗍𝗍𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 had a picture of herself. I heard that picture was how they put her face back together. Picture? That girl, you see, she had just gotten her license, so she happened to have a license photo on her. Yes. Oh, you see, I got her picture as a way to remember her, yes. Well, more like swiped. A breach of ethics? Oh, wait. Wait, what? A pretty girl like her? Oh, wait, what? What? A pretty girl like her? I bet she has a lot of pictures of herself. Sure. It's a treasure. My treasure. Precious. What happened to the actual license itself? Who knows? I didn't bother to ask. It probably got burned up along with the car. Yes. I like how it added that it's his treasured possession. Like, we needed to know that. So you, looked up information on Innie's accident, correct? Yep, sure did. Yes, I read every paper that covered it at the time. What kind of accident was it, do you remember? Yes, hold on. I'll go get it for you. The article, I mean. Huh? You have it? Well, don't get me wrong. I thought something like this might come up, so... Obsessive to the max, but I bet I could learn about how to stay on a lead from this guy. Here we go. Yes. According to this, Miss Eni was in the passenger seat. In the passenger seat, huh? Dozing, or so it says. A strong jolt woke her up the next minute to see a fire was all around her. And Miss Eni fought with the door and finally got it open, and somehow she managed to get away. Anywho, you can read about the details in this article. Yes. Newspaper clipping number 2 updated in the court record. A new clue. I should probably look this over. It's been half a year since Miss Eni had her surgery and got better. She was discharged sometime in December last year. It's already been half a year, huh? Yeah, so where was I? That was a real help, wasn't I? Yes. Yes, thank you very much. Yes, well then I'll be getting back to my room then. Tell Miss Eni I said hi, okay? Yes. It's time for me to leave too. Oh. God, definitely time to leave. This must be the waiting area. Got the feeling of one and there's sofas lined up, but don't see that many patients. Yes, well, it's quality, not the quantity that counts. Uh-oh. What in the world did that have to do with anything? This patient is undergoing rehabilitation. And look at that strange face twisted all those ways and that oily sweat. Oh, it's 𝗏𝗏𝗀𝘀 saying that. His whole body is swaying back and forth, wobble like he's about to fall. Yes. Hey, don't just cut into my monologue like that. I'm explaining things here. Oh, sorry. Yes, I'm almost sorry. No. This is the clinic's reception desk, but it doesn't look like anyone's at the counter. On the wall is this month's word of the wise. Do something in vain, and your only reward is tiredness. Not exactly the best thing to be telling your patients, is it? I wonder where that door down there leads to. Well, that's the X-ray room. Yes. How did you know what I was thinking? Yes, well, that's the X-ray room. Yes. And something very peculiar about this guy, because I know it's not me. I think we've had enough of him reading our mind. Hey, so how was it? Did you go to the clinic? Yeah, I found out a few things, I guess. What's the matter? You ain't looking so well. Yeah, so earlier that old granny called the cops. Huh? The cops? Why would Morgan call the police? She said she has something to tell them. Things are sure getting interesting. Ah, but honestly, I tell you, that granny sure got her bloomers in a knot. I guess you could put it that way. It always starts out small, you know? Stealing the master's seat, controlling the village folk. Now you see what's turned into? The murder, that's what. Mr. Cotty, stop. No, not Mr. Cotty. Yeah, what a mess. Oh, that's him. Hey, hold on. What? That stuff you were just talking about. That's the first I've heard of it. Huh? Really? Well, it's old news to everyone else in this world. Well, excuse me for not keeping up with the gossip while I'm busy saving people. You said something about stealing the master's seat? Yep. Right now, the master is this medium named 𝗟𝗶𝗹𝘀, but that one who was really supposed to be the master was the old granny. Morgan was supposed to become the master. You know where Innie is, Lotta? Yeah, I saw her not too long ago. She's hanging around that guard in the middle. Okay, thanks. You got something to ask her? Yeah, I got a whole list of things only she could clear up for me. So I hear the master's always been the eldest daughter. The eldest daughter. Turns out that old bat is 𝗟𝗟𝗶𝗹𝘀's older sister. Oh. They said the older sister is usually the one with more spiritual power. Come to think of it, Maya said the same thing a long time ago. She warned me not to take Mia's powers lightly. Well, anyway. Somehow, Granny there lost to her younger sister, Misty. You see, this made the townsfolk turn against her, so I hear. Said all sorts of things too, like she's the oldest and yet she doesn't have the power to become the next master. Disgraceful. Wow, I had no idea. So what would have happened had Morgan been stronger? Maya's family would have been the branch family, I reckon. I'm coming for ya, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Hey, like I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, I think I've had enough I've unlocked your secret, blah blah. Like, what's that scary look on your face? Please tell me about the traffic accident. Huh? Like, whose accident? Your sister's accident, naturally. Oh, yeah. So, like, that Dr. Grey guy made my sister fall asleep. And, like, that's all I have to say about it. Hmm. Interesting. Then you just asked whose accident, which means she must know something about another person's accident. Alright, let's change the topic then. How about you tell me about a certain other person's accident? Huh? Another person's accident? Like you got someone in mind? I want to ask you about your own car accident. Me? Yes. So, wow, like, how strange. I have, like, no idea what you're talking about. Can you, like, prove- Oh, she was saying that. Can you, like, prove I was in, like, an accident? At first I thought that was Phoenix saying that back to her. That would've been funny. Would you take a look at this? It's a newspaper article from 1 year ago. It says Miss 𝗍𝗍𝗀 holds interview about crash. Ah! You suffered a very bad injury and had to be admitted to a hospital, correct? Like, wait! What now? That's not me! Huh? I mean, like, this person has, like, the same name, but she's totally not me. My name is 𝗍𝗍𝗀. This is, like, pretty common. What in what world are you babbling about? Your sister's name, 𝗍𝗍𝗀, is in here too. I'm like, totally, wow, what a scary coincidence. I'm totally, like, getting goosebumps. You think I'm gonna let you get away with that? So, like, now what? Like, do you have something that totally says I was hospitalized? This is your proof. Like, what's that picture supposed to mean? I got this from the hospital where you hospitalize at. Huh? So? As a certain patient there, he's quite a fan. As a memento of your stay, he stole this, and I have to say, this photo looks like you. That creepy fake director. Now, are you ready to tell me about the accident? Like, wait a sec. Okay, so, like, I was in an accident, sure, but that's, like, totally not related to this murder. Actually, it is. Look at this article. It says that one of the women died, correct? And the woman who died Who do you suppose they mean? Do you suppose that the woman who died in the accident could be... I believe it was your sister, 𝗵𝗵𝗶. Mimi? You were riding in your sister's car while she drove. The two of you were together when your accident occurred, making it one and the same. Yeah, I was riding in that car with my sister. We were, like, on our way home. I was riding in the passenger seat when I fell asleep. And then it happened. At the time, I grabbed for my purse and escaped from the passenger side door. And your sister? I, couldn't do anything. The car was full of smoke, I couldn't see anything. Oh, I'm sorry. Did Dr. Gray really cause that accident by drugging your sister with sleeping pills? He was totally out to get my sister. He totally did that to, pay my sister back. I wonder. This does give Annie a good reason to want to murder Dr. Gray. Haha, it seems simple, doesn't it? What do you mean? But it would be very hard to catch me. Actually, I'd say impossible. What? I think you get the picture. I'm going to serve you a slice of humble pie. I hope you enjoy it. Hahaha. What the fuck? One sec, I'm just gonna get some ice for my water. Back. Thank you. Okay, let's go to village. Looks like something's up. Stop! Stop! Leave my mother alone! Ow! Hey! Okay, pal. I'm not gonna hurt Pearl, dear. It's perfectly alright. I will be out for a short while with this young man. Mother, please let me go too. No, you must stay here and protect the manor. But... Oh, don't make that face. Hey, I'll tell you what. I'll show you something cool. Here, look. A real pistol. Detective! Do not upset me further. Sorry. Why is that always the first thing he thinks of? Yes, let me show a small child a pistol. Poor Gumshoe, being dragged off by the ear like that by that Morgan. Ow. Ada! Hello? Ada boy! Yeah, he did. I bet it won't be the last time either. How you doing, Ada? Long time no see. It's been a whole, like, few hours. My throat's doing something weird. Maybe I should take a cough drop. Mother. Anything new with you, Ada? Mother, this has never happened before. Pearls. Mr. Nick, I have a really bad feeling I can't shake. I think something really bad's gonna happen. I'm scared. I'm really scared, Mr. Nick. Say something, Phoenix. Anything. Ugh, I'm terrible at this. Mr. Nick, what about missing Maya? She'll be alright. I think I've gathered enough evidence. Mystic Maya, she must feel all alone. Please, Mr. Nick, go visit her. Yeah, but I can't just leave you here all alone either. I'll be fine. Please, Mystic Maya needs you by her side. Her stare is really piercing. Oh no, you're totally fine. If you're lurking, no problem. Do your lurky thing. Thank you for stopping by. It won't help that, you know, you have voices in VC plus me saying a bunch of voices by myself, so. Go. How you doing, Ada? How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Feeling a lot better than I had a couple days, so. I was supposed to go to my niece's birthday party. She's not 5 years old, oh my god. She's 1 year old. But because I was sick, it's better to be safe than sorry and not go and see her. So I'll see her some other time. Otherwise, I'm doing good. Hanging out. June 21st, 6:38 p.m. You kept me waiting, Phoenix. Mia! So, how are the preparations? I think I have enough evidence and information now. I think. Everything will be on your shoulders tomorrow. Whether Maya is found guilty or innocent, it's a heavy weight to bear. If memory serves, Mia had a few psyche locks of her own. Mia, I'm ready to unlock the last piece of information I need now. Sure, I welcome you to try. Alushi's willing. Come on, Phoenix, we don't have time to be looking at things like this. We need to find out everything we can for the trial tomorrow. But I was gonna unlock your psyche. Mia, yes? Mia, you know something, don't you? About the real murderer, I mean. Oh, okay, now it comes out. Why, do you think so? It's really a trying time to be able to see each other's secrets. Looks like it's time for you to explain your reasoning. Yeah. Battle wits against Mia. Ugh. I'll get through these first. There's still a whole slew of questions for you to answer before the trial tomorrow. You mean like how did the real murderer get into the room and kill Dr. Gray? Yes. Also, when did the murderer enter the Channon chamber? You guys were all standing around in the front of the room after the channel started. Which means the murderer must have had gone into the room before the channeling. That's what I think in any case. But Mila's already said there wasn't anyone else in the room. That's true, but if we can't figure out where the murderer's movements, we'll be stuck like a beached whale. I never thought I'd see this day. Are you actually asking me about spiritual channeling? This case is all about spiritual channeling, and I feel like I don't understand a thing about it. Well, that's only natural. After all, spiritual channeling isn't exactly an everyday thing, is it? Yeah, I guess you're right. The power to change your physical appearance into the person you're calling was something our ancestor 𝗟𝗶ጵ𝗹𝘀 acquired. I heard that name before. The Fae family was originally a family known for its services to the gods. When Mystic Amy was born, she was given a certain fate through her name. Because you see, she was only named after one of the Buddhas. Let me vibrate. Of Buddhism, 𝗟𝗶ጵH. To this day, her soul is still sealed in the Quran secret urn. This usually sits in the winding way and her name is written on it. Yeah. Oh, come on, Phoenix, it's just a fairy tale. Are you saying that me being able to see you is just a fairy tale too? One second, I need to respond to a text message. Okay. Do you have anything, Ada, if you're still sentient, do you have anything going on this weekend? The murderer. Phoenix, you think I'm hiding some information about someone from you, isn't that right? Yes. Alright then, tell me who you think I'm protecting. When you get a chance. Sorry, me just editing you. Yeah, just some Ace Attorney, and then I'm gonna try and get some rigging in, so I can be, you know, functional. Do you release content, like edited videos and stuff like that? Is that what kind of editing you mean? Also, I'm sorry, it's just too many VTubers for me to keep track, so I don't actually know what everyone does. I'm sorry. Morgan Fay, of course. There's no one else you would protect like this, Mia. Well done, but while the murder was being committed, my aunt was outside with everyone else, which means she already has an alibi. That's true. Show me some evidence that would cast suspicion on my aunt. Ah, gotcha. Well, at least you can do it through Twitch. The proof is in this piece of cloth. I found it in the incinerator near the Winding Way. It's the same material as Maya's costume, except for the splotch of blood. You mean it's from Maya's costume that she was wearing at the time of the murder? Yes. But when Maya was arrested, she was wearing her costume. And that just means someone changed her clothes. Changed her clothes? But why? I don't know why. But there's only one person who could have done that. The person who was taking care of Maya, my aunt. What's that look mean? Your argument is too flimsy. Huh? You have no proof that this piece of cloth is actually from Maya's costume. But this blood... And do you know whose blood that is at this point in time? You don't, do you? You have any proof that that piece of cloth is from Maya's costume? I think this is the proof you're looking for. The key to the channeling chamber, huh? At the beginning of the channeling, Maya had the possession of this key, and yet, somehow, it magically ended up in the incinerator at the garden center. You're right. And this is what Maya told me. While I was channeling, the key was sitting inside my sleeve. And then this key and the piece of cloth were found in the incinerator. Which means that this piece of cloth is part of Maya's costume. It would certainly seem that way. Someone changed her into a different set of clothes, and then burned the costume she was wearing in the incinerator. There's only one person who could have done that. The person who was taking care of Maya, my aunt. Exactly. You did very well, Phoenix. Thank you. As long as you have those two pieces of evidence, you can cast suspicion on my aunt. However, like I said in the beginning, my aunt has an alibi. Yes, she was with us the whole time. Here's my final question. You don't have to present solid proof of this for me. But I want to know, if my aunt is the culprit, then how did she commit the murder? How she did it, huh? I want to hear your thoughts. In order for my aunt to murder Dr. Gray, what does she need? Eeny meeny. She's the answer to the final question. Which means that my aunt and Eeny meeny were in cahoots. Something's been bothering me all this time. This crime is something no normal person could carry out. This person would have had to know a lot about 𝗟𝗡 Manor and the village in the village itself to do this. But Morgan already has an alibi. Yes, which is why I can't figure out how it was done. We can assume Eeny Meeny was involved somehow. But we have one big problem on our hands. A problem? With what? We don't have a motive. We don't have a motive. Why would Morgan want to kill Dr. Gray? Why would she have to? Also, we don't really know for sure that she was cooperating with Eeny. Mia doesn't have a clue either, huh? And there's only one possibility. Think about it, Phoenix. Why would my aunt want to do something like this? And why would she do it in such an underhanded fashion? Because... Mother. She's the one who holds the key to this. Mother? Whose? Mine? Don't be silly. Mine, of course. Misty Faye. Maya and Missy's mother. Why would she be brought up now? Now then, looks like we've gathered everything we could. All we have to do is win tomorrow. Everything will become apparent then. Right, Chief. We won't lose. Yay. I find the trials to be more fast-paced than the interrogations. Not interrogations, the investigations. June 22nd, 9:51 a.m. District Court. Nick. Yeah? Did you know that Von Karma's daughter is only 18? Just like me. Yeah? Why? I was just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time, all by herself, and she's so grown up. Yeah, and I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation. And then you look at me, and I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial. But I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all you've gone through. Good morning! The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Hey, morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya. Huh? What do you mean? My mother's coming in today to show her support. Yeah, that's right, Pearly. Hey, Pearls. Yes, Mr. Nick? Do you think you could do me a big favor? Could you channel Mia today, too? Huh? I was sort of hoping you'd sit in the audience today and watch. Please, it's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough to do it without her help. Mr. Nick, that's enough. You can't show weakness in front of the person you love. Pearly, not this again. Please, can you do this for us, Pearls? Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mr. Maya's sake. See you later, then. I leave you to your alone time. Phew. Thank goodness. Nick. This way Pearls won't be able to see today's trial. What do you mean? What's going on? Dun, dun, dun. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Let's get started already. Mr. 𝗟𝗏𝗀𝗀 is right. I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world. All over the world, huh? Sounds like you've made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. Don't be foolish. Don't be foolish, you foolish fool, wearing the foolishly foolish clothes. The famous one is me. I am the prodigy who has never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country. That's nice, Miss 𝗟𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀. Glad to see you're in such spirits today, Miss Fey. It's true what they say, women are really scary when they fight. Ugh. Now then, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session. That the defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct? The channeling chamber, excuse me. Yes, and this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been. Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin. Alright, let's hear it. The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of the arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at some point. What? But, Miss 𝗟𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀, then how do you explain this picture? Are you saying then that the person in this picture is not the defendant? I never said that wasn't the defendant. Then what's the meaning of this? All I am saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe that is when she dropped this key. Can you substantiate your claim? Isn't that why I am here? 304, the prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fey, to the stand. Just as I suspected, Aunt Morgan. Poor Mia, she really seems torn by this. Witness, name and occupation. My name is Morgan Fey, and I am a spirit medium in a manner of speaking. I'm sorry, but what do you mean in a manner of speaking? I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then. Spirit severing technique? A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world. That is. Yes, that is. You, be quiet. Now, Witness, something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is correct. What in the world could have... Mystic Maya, she escaped from the room. What? And here we have come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, while in a possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber. Order! 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 Miss Fey, please testify to this court what happened during that time. Your Honor, I will try my best. I think someone just upped the ante in this trial. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from her and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. I am afraid I had no knowledge of where she went after that. Bullshit. Why have you hidden this up until now? I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsities when they arise. That is right. She is simply correcting a falsity, Mr. 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝘀. Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. My aunt is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. Was it really necessary to have two people do something so simple as to call the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. Yes, that is a very good point. At that time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another. Another what, madame? Oh, it's nothing. Nothing to concern yourself with. I want to hear the end of that sentence. Question her further. There was another reason you wanted both of us out of that room, wasn't there? You must testify. Why did you chase us out of the room? I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and the camera woman may be in danger. That's what I thought to myself. Damn, her hair is big. Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Fey. This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her and a bad one of us. Looks like she caught us napping. This is my aunt for you. Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss Fey, please continue. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand and she was in a daze. During our investigation, you stated you struck the defendant on the head. Oops. This strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by the statement? I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie. But why would you lie about something like that? It's very painful for me to say this, however. The witness was lying to cover for the defendant. She was covering for Maya? So, you were covering for the defendant? Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade Mystic Maya had done something very unexpected. Something unexpected? What, pray tell, did she... Ah! This witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there is always later. Yes, very well. Ugh, why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? Now, witness, continue with what happened. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from her and escaped from the room. Was it really that easy for her to escape from you? I am ashamed to admit such thing, however, yes. But you are physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There's no way she could have escaped from you so easily. Have you forgotten already, Mr. 𝗟𝗡𝗀𝗀𝘀? What about this picture? Remember that at the time, the defendant was not physically 𝗟𝗡𝗀𝗀𝗀. Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand. Basically, Miss 𝗟𝗡𝗀𝗀𝗀's body was still of that of the nurse she had called. But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away? Well, yes, I would have. However, with great strength, she hit the back of my neck, and I fainted for a short while. You fainted. I became dizzy and then collapsed onto the floor. And how long were you unconscious? I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps. And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere else during that time. Happy, witness elaborates on that point for us. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Is that because you were unconscious? Why, yes. Great, well, now what? So while you were unconscious, you absolutely had no idea where the defendant went. I would think that was obvious, good sir. If that's true, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all? Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself. It is true that this witness is not able to confirm this. But the key word here is this witness. What do you mean by that? It means she has another witness up her sleeve. That's what. It looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on her next witness. That's enough. From what I can tell, there's nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. And from what she said, we can establish that 𝗟𝗡𝗀𝗀𝗀 did leave the chamber. I hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt. Now, let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber? It's like a tongue twister. Yes, yeah. Oh, be quiet, you. Now then, what is the escapee had done when she had gone to speak with a certain person? She went to speak to someone? Who was it? The prosecution calls Miss 𝗍𝗍𝗀𝗎, who was sleeping in the side room at the time. Miss 𝗍𝗍𝗎𝗀𝗎, I think you can see where this is heading. Witness, name and occupation. Okay, so my name is like 𝗍𝗍𝗎𝗍. I'm like researching like parapsychology stuff at the university. What is this parapsychology? Let's say it's like most people call it occult stuff. Even if that's what people call it, I can't say I understand what that means. Then I suggest you go home and research it for yourself. Yes, sir. Now then, Miss 𝗍𝗎𝗎, after the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant 𝗟𝗡𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀. Is this correct? Well, yeah, I guess. If that is the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is all right, is it not, Your Honor? Yes, sir. For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine, for my sake. Like, when the channeling started, I was like sleeping on the side room. Like, a little later, someone came in the room, was like really suddenly. Ooh. I was like, oh my god, totally my sister. I like hadn't seen her in like so long. I was so happy in like a sad way. My sister, she like told me something like totally terrible. Now hold your horses, young lady. You're saying the person that entered was your sister? Don't you mean the defendant, 𝗟𝗶? Really now, Your Honor. 𝗟𝗶 was still in the middle of channeling at the time. Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister? Yes. 𝗵𝗵𝗻𝗍. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. Oh, well, this is... witness. Like, yeah? In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Like, do I totally, like, really have to? Of course. Miss 𝗵𝗍, please. My sister, like, this is what she said to me. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? 𝗍. She took her revenge. Are you sure that's what she said? Yes. Are you satisfied, Your Honor? I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge. It is a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence and the tenant's testimonies point to this as the truth. The end. What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for. This testimony just now was all made up? Was it just one huge lie? Of course it was, Phoenix. Mia, what do you mean? It's a well-constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find out that one loose thread and unwind the tapestry of lies. Your Honor, there's room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the truth behind this murder. Yet again, the foolish fool spouts out more foolishly foolish travel. I wonder if you will make this one more entertaining than the last. Like, when the channeling started, I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Like, a little later, someone came in my room, like, really suddenly. And I was like, oh my god, totally my sister. Are you absolutely sure? I guess? You guess? Was it or was it not your sister who entered? Like, I don't know. I mean, like, I don't totally know your sister at all, Mr. Smith. First of all, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm my only child. But more than that, she's managed to mess up the answer with her question with her answer. Well, Mr. Wright, the defense rests. Well, that was a colossal waste of our time. Now, witness, how did you feel when you saw Miss 𝗵𝗻𝗻𝗍? 𝗵𝗻𝗻𝗍. I hadn't seen her in, like, so long. I was so happy in, like, a sad way. You were happy in a sad way? Yeah, like, I mean, like, it was my sister. But won't most people here act with surprise at seeing a dead loved one again? But, like, maybe I was, like, someone who didn't know about, like, the occult? But, like, I know all about the crane channeling technique. The point here is the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yes, like what she said. Should I drop this line of questioning? Question further. Always question further. So you didn't really think anything strange of the whole encounter? No? Like, there wasn't any reason for me to, like, think anything was strange. But... Ow! Don't keep badgering her. You know the phrase objection? Could you try using that once in a while? Mr. Wright. This question of what the witness saw when she felt her sister, is it really that important? It's very important. It's very important, although I haven't figured out why it is. I've got to bluff now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. Alright, Mr. Wright. Miss Meanie. Please amend your testimony. Like, okay, I'm like totally cool with that. I wasn't like scared at all, and like her costume looked totally like normal. Normal, covered in blood? It was a very well-spun lie, Miss Eni. What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. Stealing my lines, are we, Phoenix? Miss Meanie, may I remind you what you said? You said there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, and? But I don't think that's what you're thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. This is the picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this. The blood spray. Miss Meanie, why did you not notice the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noticed it right off the bat. Order, Miss Meanie. What is the meaning of this? Miss Meanie? I'm thinking, don't interrupt me. Was that me? What are you stammering about, Your Honor? Well, that witness, her personality did a complete 180 there. Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though. I think that she is Mimi, and she got plastic surgery to look like her sister. First of all, calm yourself, witness. Oh, first of all, calm yourself, witness. Like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to snap. Now, hurry up with the testimony. If you please. Ugh, the judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot of help he's going to be. Like, the side room was like kind of dark, you know? So like the costume is like purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. And I like persuaded my sister it wasn't like right to do something like that. And then like I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Yes, now I see. And you have given us a clear reason why you didn't notice the blood. You think? Like, thanks, Gramps. Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? Alright, I guess not. Very well. You may question the witness. Like, the side room was, like, kind of dark, you know? So, like, the costume is, like, purple, right? The blood totally blended in there. And I, like, persuaded my sister it wasn't right to do something like that. And what was it that your sister, Miss Mimi Miney, liked? What was your sister like at the time? Well, she was like totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think like she knew she had done something bad. And like she said she wanted to go with me too, like to apologize to Miss Morgan. Did Mimi's spirit really say all of that to you? Like, yeah. And then like I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Was your sister calm by that time? Like, I guess so. I guess maybe, like, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray, like, made her feel a lot better? I'd like to feel a lot better too, Mr. White. The sooner the better. She says with her whip in the ready. And like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? May I ask you one more thing, Miss Meanie? Like, sure. Was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place? Something out of place? Huh? Like, what do you mean? When you... we're going to... no. Going to... going to crime scene? I'm talking about when you're going to the channeling chamber, of course. Like, no, nothing strange. She answered rather quickly. Now what? Press her harder. Think harder. I know you can remember something. I, like, totally can't. That's no good. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court. Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd on the way to the channeling chamber is all important? It's very important. I ask because it's very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this. Very well. Miss Meanie, if you will, please include a statement about this in your testimony. Like, I don't get why, but okay. Like, I didn't see anyone on the way to, like, the channeling chamber. I finally found the fault, or I guess in your case, the crack in your perfect lie. Take a look at this urn. Like, urn? There are cracks, do you see them? So? Like, what does that prove? Who cares about some worn-out old urn? Like, yeah. I already, like, said I didn't see anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. I didn't, like, totally say anything about like, an urn, did I? It looks like you still don't understand. I propose that if you had really been walking along the winding way at that time, there was no way you could have not seen this person. I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Miss Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay. Yes, and how is this child relevant? It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden. Oh. And she just so happened to break this urn. Oh. Oh! Wait. She broke the urn? Yep. She accidentally knocked it over with her ball. Nah. And Pearl was the one who put it back together, while sitting right in the middle of the winding way. Oh my. You see what she did with her hat? She's becoming a ghostie. She's coming back from the dead. Miss Meanie. Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. Ugh. She was hard at work putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you're walking, I'd say you were legally blind. I think I've sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Meanie. You are a masterful liar. Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say. The one who needs to watch what she says is the witness. So, Miss Meanie, tell us the truth. About what? About what? About what you were really doing at the time of the murder, of course. The witness just testified about that. That's right. I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Can I really believe her? Was she really sleeping in the side room? There's no way. Your lies end here. What do you mean? What do you... The witness says that during the actual murder she was asleep in the side room, and I say that's not possible, because there's a clear contradiction here. A contradiction? Where is this contradiction? It's in her testimony. Earlier in your testimony, Miss Meanie, you made the following statement. And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? It's true, at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gone to call the police. So? Like, what does that have to do with anything? It's very simple. Miss Meanie, how did you know that fact? How? I concede that Miss Fey was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, she was the only someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Which means, Miss Meanie, you did in fact go to the channeling chamber. But you didn't go there by way of the winding way. But look at the manor guide map. If one were to go through the side room in the channeling chamber, one would have to use the winding way. Yes, that's right, Your Honor, which is why I asked this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Meanie, please answer that question. Don't ask a question off a baseless assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose you have put it out on the table, Mr. 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝘀. You might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Now's your chance, Phoenix. I almost said now's your Phoenix chance. Yeah. The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was 𝗍𝗍𝗀. So now is the time to prove it. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Where was the witness when the murder took place? She was in the channeling chamber, in the clothing box, behind the folded screen. But what? But that's the channeling chamber. Isn't that the crime scene? That's right. Miss Meanie was at the scene of the crime. Order, order, order! That's why, huh? Mr. 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝘀, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the channeling chamber when the channeling started. Yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Simple. Miss 𝗍𝗍𝗀 was hiding at the scene of the crime. I was hiding? Where? Like, where was I hiding? Here, of course. Behind the folding screen? Ah! Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. See, you stupid jerk. Quit being so quick to pin it on me, slimeball. Now, Miss Meanie, one so young as you shouldn't be saying shut it, Gramps. As if you know how old I am. So, I'm sorry. Looks like the pipe's about to burst. I guess I should help it along. The witness was hiding behind the folding screen with the help of this. Apparently she's a pizza man now. Miss Meanie, how were you able to hide yourself in the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box. Ah! That tiny box? No one could fit in it. Sorry, but your theory's already been disproven. Lotta disproved it when she was hiding from me in it. But that clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right. I was sleeping in there, so I should know. That cloth box there was in the side room the whole time. Mr. Wright? Do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time? Yes, I can with some evidence. This clothing box was the scene of the crime when the murder took place. It was the hole. Take a look at this clothing box. You're so stupid, as if there's any sort of evidence in that old thing. What on earth? Oof. I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already. There's a hole about 8 inches off the ground. A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before? The folding screen. It had a hole at the same height. That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen, which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. It went through the screen and into the box. Miss Meanie, you were hiding behind the folding screen waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray. Ah! Order! So what are you saying? Then, Mr. 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝘀𝘀, What about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss 𝗍𝗎𝗍𝗀? That is exactly what I'm saying. Miss 𝗍𝗎𝗍𝗀, you were hiding inside this clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume masquerading as Maya Fey. To masquerade as Maya Fey? She had it planned from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client. No, stop! I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. If that is the case, Mr. 𝗍𝗎𝗍𝘀, then I have a proposition. This whole idea is the witness moved the clothing box to the crime scene, pretending to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. This is not possible for one person to do by herself. Correct, it's not possible. One person to do all the preparations, that is. How? Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy. Wait, Mrs. Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct? What? You can't be serious. Miss 𝗍𝗎𝗍𝗀, you had an accomplice. This person. If it wasn't someone from 𝗟𝗏 village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Fey household, you wouldn't have that box to use. Morgan Fey. Isn't that wonderful lady? Isn't that the wonderful lady witness we had earlier? What do you have to say to this, Miss 𝗍𝗎𝗍𝗀? You shot Dr. Gray with your own 2 hands. Do you deny it? I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then, the channeling started. The murderer crept up silently towards the other 2, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Mia Fey with a strong sleeping agent. Then, she stabbed Mr. Gray with a knife. Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. And she did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime. What? Yeah, she... Okay. But that's when something unexpected happened. Unexpected? Yes. Dr. Gray was actually not yet dead. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that's why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and... After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room? Yes, a gunshot is almost certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear, which is why, upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Miss 𝗍𝗎𝗍𝗀, she immediately covered her own costume with blood. And then pretended to be Maya Fey. But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through. Which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fey chased us out. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Yeah, it does. It was... Hurry, before there are more victims here. What is this supposed to say? What is one supposed to say? This is the real truth behind the murder. Who is that, laughing at a time like this? Ah! Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry. Are you still, by chance, evolving? I think I lost her accent for a second. What is it this time? Miss 𝗟𝗏𝗀𝗀, surely. Of course, it was me. Huh? Do you really think someone of 𝗟𝗏𝗀𝗀 blood would lose to something this petty? What in the world? Is she saying that she's the killer? Mr. 𝗟𝗏𝗀𝗀, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And that is, if this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble? Huh? Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act. What reason would she have to do such foolish things? Eh? Well, that's easy. It's an easy answer. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was going to say. Oh, and one other thing. Why would Miss 𝗍𝗍𝗀𝗍 want to kill Dr. Gray? Where is her motive? Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive. Motive. That's... I can't say she has no motive here. I have to think of a motive now. What's her reasoning for wanting Dr. Gray dead? Huh. Just as I thought. You bore me with your silly answers, Phoenix Wright. Just great. Now even she's calling me by my full name. You think I did this just to get revenge for my sister's death? Yes. Because through that accident you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself. Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say I wanted to take revenge based off nothing? What do you mean by that? Senile, stupid Gramps. I'm, going to explain, so, please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I, wanted revenge, then, I wouldn't have waited this long. And besides, the guy that thought the spirit thing was, Dr. Gray. If it was, totally a coincidence that he asked me about it, you know? She's back to her airhead persona. However, you see... Youch! Pathetic, Mr. 𝗟𝗍𝗀𝗍𝘀. You failed to support your own theory. The end. I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What Miss 𝗍𝗍𝗀𝗍𝗀 stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated and she has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there's no reason for Miss Morgan-Fay to cooperate with this plan. You don't even truly have decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point. Tisk. So many faults, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should really learn your place. What happened? I thought I had her for sure. Hehe, see, it's just as I, told you. I hope you like your slice of humble pie. Very well, I will now conclude the cross-examination of Miss 𝗍𝗍𝗍𝗀𝗍. Your Honor, please allow the defense one more minute. Alright. You can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix. Mia. Yes, it does sound like a ridiculously messed up plan for a murder. But you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime. Really? Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There's a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And it's also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion. Time's up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please. If you want to say something that can prove Miss 𝗍𝗍𝗍𝗀𝗍 had a motivation, then why did she kill the victim this way? Can you prove the reason? Can I really do this? Yes, I can. I'm not totally confident here, but I know what I must press no matter what. That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now. I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss 𝗍𝗍𝗍𝗀𝗍 had a motive. Hahaha, too bad. You're too late. My cross-examination has, already ended after all. Eek! Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? You're supposed to be on my side. Ah! Von Karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Fight. Oh, it rhymes. And I don't care if you are my witness. So help me, I will throw you out of my way. No way. Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. We'll continue the cross-examine after we reconvene. Hey, wait a second here. Whew. Okay, this next part is the last part for this case. Oh, let's take a small break. Oh, stretch. Ah. How's everyone doing? Lusk, are you more awake than you were last time? I'm just gonna do my routine bot check. We only have one bot this time. Jeff, I see you. But everyone else is real. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you. Banana bread. Banana bread is great. Let's have some banana bread. Any thoughts on the current case so far? And I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Let me see if I can hit some music so at least it's not dead silent. Okay. I'll be right back. like you could see it in the art. Like when she starts getting serious, her eyes are the same as her sister's. And they said that she had total reconstructive surgery on her face. Sounds pretty sus to me. Like the fact that they're like, wow, so much surgery, like she had to do her whole face, like the wound was so bad. I'm like, But also knowing, having watched too many medical drama stuff and whatever, not drama, but like medical stories and stuff like that myself, I just know for a fact that reconstruction is not, like, it's definitely good, but it's not so good as like you can just show a picture and they'll immediately be able to fix it like that, you know? Otherwise, all those people who are trying to get plastic surgery to like look like Justin Bieber or look like Madonna, they would actually be able to look like them. Okay. Is it really true about my aunt? I'm afraid so, Maya. There's no other way 𝗍𝗍 could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. And under the circumstances, there's no one else other than your aunt, Morgan. That's terrible. Why? Why would my aunt? Dammy, how are you feeling, buddy? You must be somewhat alive to have made it far enough to give up boops. Well, worst case scenario, just close your eyes and you can just hear the sounds of my "What are you doing?" voice and whatnot. But yeah, definitely take care of yourself first. What do you mean by standing still, though? Like, are you actually standing? It's like you're standing in court. Sitting still, yeah. So let me give you the rundown of 𝗟𝗋𝗀𝘀. That could be like Ohio, but like 𝗟𝗋𝗀𝘀. Let me give you a little rundown. So this is our current theory. That Morgan Fay and 𝗍𝗍𝗀𝗍 are in cahoots. And 𝗍𝗍𝗀𝗍 had a, like, 𝗍𝗍𝗀𝗍 was in the same car accident as her sister 𝗍𝗍𝗀𝗍. Or 𝗍𝗍𝗀𝗍. 𝗍𝗍𝗀𝗍𝗀𝗀. And the idea is that 𝗍𝗍𝗀𝗍 was the one who actually killed Dr. Gray. That she hid inside a box, in a clothing box that was behind the folding screen, and they both have small bullet holes in them, so it's like, that's what caused it. And that 𝗍𝗍𝗀𝗍, after the car accident, had major surgery. And me and 𝗟𝗋𝗀𝗀𝗀 think that she is actually 𝗍𝗍𝗀, because like when she was freaking out, her eyes started to look, well, this is my observation, but like her eyes looked like her sister's eyes. So I think that after it was actually 𝗍𝗍𝗀𝗍 who died, and 𝗍𝗍𝗀 took the identity of her sister, and then she killed Dr. Gray because Dr. Gray is trying to like defame her and all that stuff. And yeah, so there's a whole lot of back and forth there. I think that's the gist of it. Did I miss anything? Did I miss anything, 𝗟𝗋𝗀𝗀𝗀? Oh, yeah, that's kind of critical, sorry. So the reason why 𝗍𝗓𝗍 was in cahoots with the aunt is because the aunt, she's, you know, the Branch family. She's actually the older sister of Misty Faye, who's the mother of Maya and Mia. So she should have been the leader. She should have been the master of the family. But because her powers weren't strong enough, it went to her sister. And her sister's been gone for like 16 years now. And so there's the law that like after 20 years, they're considered dead. And so basically that would be like her chance, or at least her daughter's chance, to become the main family and no longer the Branch family. So that's her motive. And the idea is that like the bangs happened. Lotta and Phoenix broke open the door. Lotta took a couple pictures. Then Morgan Fay was like, "Get out before anyone else gets hurt. Like, call the police." And that's when she changed. That's where she and Innie basically framed Maya, who was just like totally out of it, and just like the reminder that like when a medium is channeling, their spirit is out of the body, so they don't have any memory of what's happened and stuff. I think now it's gotten to the gist of it. Oh yeah, and then there's this creepy guy who's like the quote-unquote director of the clinic. Oh, gross. Seems to be extremely healthy. I didn't see that before. Yeah, he specializes, he's a patient, but he says that he's a director, but he specializes in hot women patients that come through. Everything is just as I predicted, Mr. Phoenix, right? Oh, it's Miss Von Karma. Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick had nothing to do with what happened to your dad. Don't you have something better to be worried about? Say, your own situation. Looking down on me even though we're the same age? Are you done yet? You've caused me enough pain and suffering. Not yet. My goal is to defeat you and let the whole world know your defeat. But even if you do that, it won't bring your father back. Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion. And then we'll know who the real winner is. Get your finger out of my face. Yeah, exactly. King's attorney, more like a bunch of weirdos. Court will now reconvene, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Can you prove Miss 𝗍𝗓𝗍𝗀 had a motive? Yes, I believe I can. 𝗍𝗓𝗍𝗀 and Dr. Gray have only one point of connection, and that is the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Miss 𝗍𝗓𝗍𝗀, please testify to this court about your car accident last year. I thought, like, you wanted to, like, ask about my, like, motive. I, like, don't see the point in, like, bringing up the past. Miss 𝗍𝗓𝗍𝗀, if you please. Okay, like, I totally don't think it'll do any good, but... That was, like, last year in May. Like, something really bad happened at, like, my sister's clinic around then, and then the night of the accident, my sister was totally tired while she was driving. I was, like, totally pooped too, so I, like, fell asleep at the passenger seat. I, like, woke up because of a jolt, and it was, like, a sea of flames around me. I, like, opened the door and, like, got away. I think I've heard of this incident. It was all the talk on the tabloid shows day after day last year. Yes, and there was talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister. Wah! Those were merely rumors, totally baseless gossip. Yes. Well, Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. Right now, it's impossible to prove that Dr. Gray did in fact drug Miss 𝗍𝗓𝗍𝗀's sister. Yes, which means I'll have to work this from another angle. That was like last year in May. Like, something really bad happened, like my sister's clinic around then. That was like last year in May. Oh, whoops. I think I clicked it by accident. And like, the night of the accident, my sister was totally tired while she was driving. She was totally tired? You mean exhausted? Like, she had to talk to the police and then like was being investigated like every day. It was like a totally terrible situation. There's no wonder then the car accident happened, huh? It's harder. So why didn't you ask to switch places? Huh? Like, what are you talking about? I mean, switch drivers. Okay, like, well, if your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her. True, true. Ah, but like, I don't have a driver's license? Thanks, Demi. This is news to me. I was not aware you did not have your license, 𝗵𝗍. Miss 𝗵𝗍, please amend your testimony. Like, okay, anyway. So I was like totally pooped and I fell asleep in the passenger seat. Like, I woke up because of a jolt. Because it was a sea of flames around me. I like opened the door and got away. I, like, didn't have my license, so I couldn't take over driving for her. Yeah. Exactly. Miss 𝗵𝗍, that was a lame lie just now. Like, what do you mean? Like, I know- oh, I thought he actually said, like, I know you had a license back then. This is a photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license. What's the meaning of this, Miss 𝗵𝗍? Yeah, it's like, that's right. Yeah, I had, like, a license, but... Like, also, isn't this something very basic that would be known in court? Whether someone had a license or not? But I didn't get it until after the accident. No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Director 𝗏𝗏, or the guy who pretended to be him anyway, said so. What? What are you talking about? The perverted fake clinic director? Yes, that perverted fake clinic director. And how did you know he's perverted? Ouch! No one cares. Witness, when did you receive your driver's license? Like, last November. What? November? The accident happened last May. That is half a year lapse in time, Mr. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. What in the... That's what happened, Mr. Wright. At the time of the accident, Miss 𝗵𝗍 didn't have a driver's license. Why is he stuttering? Yow! Cry and my whip will accommodate. Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched drivers. I'm, like, glad you get it, but, like, even if I had my license, I, like, don't think my sis would have let me drive. Yow! Don't just stand there humming yourself. Not you too, Mia. With the whip, and the pain, and the ow. Miss 𝗵𝗍, why do you think you would have not have been allowed to drive anyway? That's because... I think the situation calls for a more detailed testimony, Miss 𝗵𝗍, if you will. Like, okay, how annoying. Oops, like, sorry, I didn't mean to be mean. Like, around the time, I was, like, really close to getting my license. My sis was, like, this totally big fan of cars and really valued them. She, like, had just gotten this really big, shiny red sports car. She, like, would say things like, no way am I letting a noob drive my car. So, like, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat. I see a bright red car for sports. Now the defense may question the witness. I'm not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but... Like, around that time, I was getting really close to my license. My sister, just got press. It was a new car. Yeah, she had, like, just gotten it. It was, like, from the UK. Huh? The UK? Were those her boyfriend's initials? And it was a really special model. She had waited for it for a whole year for it to arrive. I guess her love of cars would be the obvious next topic. I don't know anything about cars, but I had a feeling this was bound to come up. Your Honor, yes. Please have the witness append what she just said to the testimony. You mean the part about being special import car? Yes. Well, if you like cars that much, then it's not my point. Though, to be honest, I don't know what the point is either. Miss Meany, would you please fix your testimony? Sure, whatever. My sis' new car was like a total special model from England. Miss Meany, do you remember this article? It's an article about the accident. You said this in it. But I opened the right door and, like, got out. That's correct, isn't it? Like, why are you suddenly asking me about that? Your Honor, which side is the passenger seat, the left or the right? Well, it's on the right side, of course, because the driver's on the left. That would be so if it was an American car, but it would be opposite if it was a British car. Opposite? The two of them were riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger side would be the left side. What do you mean by this? Miss Meany, you said you had escaped using the right side car of the door, but if you were sitting there, then that means you were in the driver's seat. Order in the court. Order. Ow! This 𝗟𝗶ሔር𝗸𝘀 is blabbering nonsense again. Eni says the person who was driving was her older sister, Mimi Meany. That is what Eni said, yes, but that's where her story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions. Phoenix, it looks like you finally found the root of this real root of this murder. If we connect all the dots, there's only can be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Eni or Mimi, who was driving that night? It's Mimi. The answer would be the one person who had her driver's license, Mimi Minnie. And after all, that makes her the only person who could legally drive. But you just said the witness, Miss Eni Meany, was the one in the driver's seat, which leads us to the next question. The next question? Who is the person standing at the witness stand right now? What sort of idiotic ruse is this, Mr. 𝗟𝗶ሔር𝗸𝘀? This witness name, this fitness is... I'll tell you who her name really is. This witness's real name is... Mimi. Mimi Minnie. That is your real name. Of all the foolish drivel. Then how do you explain her appearance? This witness had faced several facial burns when she was admitted to the hospital, and so for the purpose of facial reconstruction, the surgeons used a picture. Facial reconstruction surgery. This is the picture she gave her doctors at the time. That's right. It's a picture of her younger sister. No! But Mimi, she died in the car accident. That's what everyone thought. However, that's not the case. Then the body they found at the crash site. That was the body of the real Eni Minnie. Isn't that right, Miss Mimi Minnie? Mimi Miney. That car accident 1 year ago. The one who died that night was Eni Minnie. Her sister, Mimi, then stole her face and was reborn as Eni. With this, she effectively erased Mimi Minnie from existence. Your Honor, I'm sure you can see why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray. What do you mean? What is the meaning of this nonsense? Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Specifically, the spirit of his nurse that had died in the crash, Mimi Minnie. However, that would not have been possible because Mimi was still, in fact, alive. So many holes in her hat. That fact would have been discovered had the channeling been conducted, so this witness had to stop all that from happening at all costs. And And that's why she had to kill Dr. Turner-Gray. Is that what you are saying? Yes. And before the channeling, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about the communicating with the dead. And in that moment, his fate was sealed. Well, Miss 𝗟𝗶𝗸𝘀? Why did you say my name just now? Looks like I've been unmasked. Witness? That's right. I admit it. My real name is 𝗟𝗶𝗸𝘀. That quack doctor. He got what he deserved in the end. And I was so close to finally ditching Mimi, too. So close. But why? Why would you go so far to throw away yourself? To become your own sister? I think I understand why. 𝗟𝗶𝗸𝘀 wanted her old self to disappear because of this. That's about the malpractice incident. Mr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse. The nurse by the name of 𝗟𝗶𝗸𝘀. That's right, the person standing right before us today. A few weeks after this mishap, Mimi had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister. The timing couldn't have been worse. 14 patients dying in the incident, and now our own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear. I found a way for myself to escape it all. The only way. She lost everything in the flames of that accident. Her sister, and even her own face. This was her last chance. Her chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister. Unbelievable. A plan beyond my wildest imagination. That jerk. If only he hadn't thought channeling that mumbo-jumbo. Mumbo-jumbo? Becoming 𝗍𝗍 has been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channeling, the occult. I hate it. I hate it all. I believe there are still a few unsolved riddles here, such as, why did Miss Meany choose to go with such a complicated plan? And why did Miss Morgan Fay agree to help her execute it? Regardless, I believe the one thing has been made crystal clear. The innocence of the defendant, Maya Fay. This is preposterous. I'm perfect. Franziska von Karma. I'm going to enjoy the news tonight, Miss von Karma. How about you? It's going to be broadcast all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is. Hey, P90! P90, where have you been? I missed you! Oh my god, ow, 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 ow. This is abuse right here. No Wi-Fi. No! This whole time? Phoenix! Hang in there, Phoenix! Phoenix! This court is a fraud, a sham. How- were you in like the mountains or something? It's kind of hard to go without Wi-Fi these days. Now then, it looks as though it would be some time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness. Well, I'm glad to have you back, at least for now. So I will go ahead and pronounce the verdict. Not guilty. I see. Just pay the bill. Feel ya, feel ya. Yay, Maya! That is all. Court is adjourned. June 22nd, 3:13 p.m. District Court. Whiskey. Congratulations, Maya. Sis! Yeah, the clothes are getting smaller and smaller. It's good to see you, Maya. How are you doing? Sis! I didn't kill anyone, did I? No, you didn't. It was all just a dream. A really bad dream. You know, sis, in my dream, I smelled a really familiar scent. Familiar scent? It was inside that clothing box, right? That box. That box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago. That's right. Yeah, me too. There's still one thing I don't quite get. What's that? Why? Oh, it was Phoenix saying that. What would happen if Mimi hadn't shot Dr. Gray? I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot. I think Mimi Minnie had planned to open the door to the chamber herself, and then you and Lotta would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed 𝗟𝗡 who had just committed a murder. She had planned it down to the smallest detail, huh? Nick! Congrats, Maya. Thanks! Looks like you have bailed me out of another jam. Well, you know. But I really don't want something like this to happen ever again. I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick. But every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First my sister, and now my aunt. Hey Nick, tell me. Tell me why my aunt went and did something so horrible. Why would she help Mimi Miney with a plan like that? I just don't understand it, Nick. Maya, it's over. Why don't we just let it be? Nick, please, I need an answer. The answer Morgan helped me with her plan was... I mean, I know why, but... Pearly? 4 years from now, a new master will be born into the Crane village. And that person may be you, Maya. And? But if you weren't there, then the main family's bloodline would disappear, and then what would happen? The Branch family, my aunt. No, Morgan's spiritual power is too weak. The next person would be Pearl's. Ah! Everything was done for her sake. It was all for that, so that Pearls would become the next master. Yeah, I can see that. Did Maya say something just now? I think she was saying I thought so. Oh, by the way, P90, how have you been doing other than not having Wi-Fi and obviously totally missing me in my cat face? I was eating a bagel and it's slowly hardening over time. Sad times. My precious Pearl. You are the only one suitable to be the master of Garain, dear child. I sacrificed it all for you. I helped that brainless nurse carry out her murder and cooperated with that whippy-happy prosecutor. Whip-happy prosecutor. I was all to unseat that annoying, witless main family girl. That 𝗟𝗡. But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. A chance will present itself. Your time will come. Dun, dun, dun! Okay, kiddos. Here's your choice. We either go and start raising our Sims kid, or we move on to the next case. Do we have any preferences? Anyone? Okay. Let me save this then. Nope. 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 Go away. Don't reveal anything. Will Nick grow up to be a little— Oh, I forgot that you're talking about the— You know what? Maybe he should be. I hadn't considered that. I forgot that we named the kid Nick after Phoenix Wright. think I have to move my head. Oh, I should also change my 𝗟𝗶H𝗸𝘀. Oops. Warudo. Warudo. The Warud. Is this? Oh, world. Warud. Udo. Just me casually chanting it to myself, trying to figure out how that sounds. Yeah, I know I got the JoJo part, but I was just trying to think in my brain what that would sound like. I closed something by accident. I didn't mean to close. Sims 4. Okie dokie. She's still in her. Oh, we're designing the house. Should probably start out pretty basic. Also, I'm gonna turn on some of this music. I'm hoping that I don't have to put on my headset to hear it. Oh, pause that. Yeah, for real. You guys hear anything? Just wait, okay, hold on. Labs. I'm gonna have to put my headset on. I figured it would be a little bit more. It might be a little bit more entertaining to have something at least in the background, and not just like silence and Sims noises. But if you disagree or don't mind, just let me know. Let's see if I can get this back up. Maybe I can close this. Okay. Apps, stream widget.